How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Night Owl. Since my last video on American expansionism and exceptionalism went so well with the fucking weirdo bots, I'm gonna make another one. This time, I'm gonna laugh at you guys harder. Let's get into it. The wise sage once said,
Trump just said that we will take over, the USA will take over Greenland. Uh-oh, here we go.
Right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay?
it's funny as fuck, too, because a lot of Europeans are like, stay off our land, blah, 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 blah. Greenland is more in the American hemisphere than it is the European hemisphere. Quite literally is just off of the coast of Canada. And like if we were to expand out from say like New York or like our northernmost territories or hell even maybe annex Canada, that would be funny. Go full Fallout timeline. Like Greenland's the next obvious step. So and there's also a tale of ground movements in Mexico. Hell yeah, let's get it. Take the whole damn hemisphere.
I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way. Right now.
The United States entering these countries will make them exponentially better. I don't care what any third world fucking shit slinging Indian has to say or some fucking brainwashed, brain dead fucking leftist. The facts of the matter is everywhere else fucking sucks. They're trying to destroy America, but it ain't gonna fucking happen.
Oh my God.
I get along very well with President Xi. I'm going to go over to China in April, but I don't want them as a neighbor in Greenland. Not going to happen. And by the way, and NATO's got to understand that. I'm all for NATO. I saved NATO. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have a NATO right now. But we're not going to allow Russia or China to occupy Greenland, and that's what's going to happen if we don't.
Okay, well, hold up.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, one, can you respond to that? And two,
yeah, it was an amazing report. The most amazing thing is government jobs are way down, and yet the employment numbers are very good. We've gotten rid of tremendous
over. He talks about
numbers
Greenland?
of
Yeah.
federal government jobs. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And yet the employment numbers are very good. They're really getting better. But now we have all those people to work in the private sector for a lot more money. I think that's one of the very big things. The other thing is at 5.4%. And remember, this is after we had
He's going to take out the Mexican cartels.
And that shutdown had an impact because the concept of the shutdown, even though it's before, people knew we were going to be shutting down. A lot of bad things happened. And by the way, on January 30th, you may have another shutdown. We'll see what happens. But I think the numbers, Caitlin, were really amazing. Look,
that's exciting.
To think about 5.4%, nobody thought that. They thought it was going to be 2%.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? It's tariffs. And it's also November 5th. We had a great election, great election. Our country was dead 1.5 years ago, and now we have the hottest
shit. You're saying this
anywhere in the world.
again.
And I hope you guys were impressed. 5.4%, and we haven't even really transitioned yet. There's no reason it can't be much higher.
Man, Trump can do a lot of things so much better, but you can't deny that he's a fucking entertaining and fucking hilarious president. I don't think we've ever had anybody who is just such as him. Like, he's so goddamn funny.
Yeah, Donald.
Yeah.
That's right, Donald. You're right, Donald.
first off, can you respond to the manufacturing
Let's
numbers?
give CNN a chance. You know, they've been fighting
also,
so hard to get back into the mainstream.
Mr. President, you posted some numbers actually on Truth Social last night. People saying you posted the job data early when you're not supposed to obviously share it till the next morning.
Shut up, bitch!
No, I don't
Shut
know.
up, bitch!
If they posted them, I said post them whenever you get a chance. I don't know. They gave me some numbers. When people give me things, I post them. But the numbers,
you're not supposed to, Mr. President. You're not supposed to.
How does the administration plan to distribute the money from the Venezuela oil sales? Is it go? Obviously, you say it's going to go into these controlled accounts.
Yeah.
Would it go back to Venezuela in a
Yeah.
direct payment? Is it going through these goods? How do you plan to do that?
Well,
And
we
then I
want
have
to
a
make
second
sure
question.
that Venezuela can survive. You know, Venezuela.
Yeah, they got to get
needs
some of that money. They got to get a lot of that
We're
money.
going to make sure that they get money, and we're going
Yeah.
to get money, and the oil companies are going to make something for the work they do, and they're going to get back their money. We're devising a formula, but it won't be so much of a formula. It's going to be what they need. We're going to take care of what they need. There'll be plenty left over. We're going to have a lot of money left over. And the money left over is going to the United States of America, and the oil companies are going to be very happy. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr.
My second question is, will the administration offer a backstop to these oil companies for like financial guarantees, some sort of backstop, if the country
Is that the
destabilize
lizard?
again?
That's a very interesting question. Using the word backstop, I haven't heard that word in a long time. That was at the Wharton School of Finance.
No, never
last
mind.
heard.
Never mind.
That's a good term.
Yeah, is it
We gotta
live?
use
Yeah,
it
it's live.
more
It's
often.
live.
I hope I don't have to give a backstop. I'm just look. These
It's
are
not. It's not.
very smart people.
That means
The
no
smartest
Epstein
people
today.
are not only in oil and business. These are the biggest companies in the world sitting around this table. They know the risks. I mean, there are risks. We're going to help them out. We're going to make it
Yeah.
real easy. They're going to be there for a long time. We're going to be there together for a long, long time. They're
Oh,
gonna be
good.
taking the oil, and they're going to be bringing oil prices down.
The United States
They're
of
gonna make a lot
Venezuela.
money. They're going to get their money back. They're going to be safe. The people of Venezuela are going to be big beneficiaries, and the United States of America is going to be a big beneficiary for what
Sounds
we've
like a
done.
good fucking deal.
We got to make their lives better. That's the most important
you know,
thing.
one
Things
other
have to
thing
get
I
better
might
for
say,
them, or they're
it's
going to hate
also
us.
very big for national security because, again, just like Greenland, we can't have China or Russia occupy Greenland. We can't have China or
Greenland.
Russia occupy Venezuela. And if we didn't do what we did, China or Russia would have been in Venezuela. I think I can measure. Where's Mr. Chevron? So,
Mr.
let me ask you,
Chevron.
they would have been there if we didn't do this. Do you agree with that?
They certainly have a lot of economic interests in country. There's absolutely no argument about that.
He's trying not to fuck around.
They were trying to be there.
He's trying.
you know,
He's
we had
trying
a
not to.
Russia,
He's trying not to
I guess
create a
sort of
situation
I
for
call it
himself.
a semi-Russian ship yesterday that we took over. And
Yeah.
Russia decided not to defend that ship against us.
I'll look at that in a
It's
minute.
big
No
movement.
What's this?
The ship was loaded up with oil, and we took the oil, and
Oh,
it
jeez.
came out of that port. But Russia would
Yeah,
be
we
there,
got
or
this
China
next.
would be there, and we want them to be there for a different reason. We want them. Do you people agree? In
You agree with me,
particular,
right?
China,
I'm right about everything.
they need a lot of oil.
Yeah, of course I
Russia
am.
doesn't need so much, but Russia was there anyway. But I
Mm-hmm.
assume you agree that China would like to be doing a lot of business there by buying oil. And I want to just tell President Xi and President Putin, but more so in this case, President Xi, because they do need a lot of oil. And we are open for business in the
Ooh.
United States, and we are open for business in Venezuela, right?
I like that. We're open for business in Venezuela.
Go ahead, sure.
Mr. President,
You know,
what is your
I could take questions from these people all day long. You know, they're sitting here, and generally they're very rich, very powerful, but nobody gives a damn about them. It's a sad thing. You have all that money, all that power, and look at all these crazy questions. We could do this all day long, and they wouldn't be satisfied.
I have a question on today's meeting, Mr.
We'll
President.
take a few more,
I have a
though.
question on today's
Oh my
meeting.
God!
Let me ask you more important.
Nobody
do you
gives
have
a
any
fuck
questions
about-
from the biggest.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Yeah, the mainstream media is totally fucking cooked, brother. Like, not only does this White House, this administration, just not pay them any heed, but the world at large, at least the American population, doesn't even turn to these fucks for news anymore. Everybody gets their news from either their favorite streamer or fucking YouTube videos or maybe even just some other outlier sources. But nobody goes directly to the mainstream media for fucking anything anymore because we all know they're a bunch of lying, disingenuous fucks.
Do you have any questions for the biggest people on earth, the biggest business people, the biggest companies anywhere on earth? Do
He's
you have any
such a
questions for
buffoon
these
sometimes, man. He really is.
people? No. Do you have a question for them?
He really is.
Ask them a question.
I love it.
Thank you, Mr. President. Brian Sheffield of Formentera. My grandfather, Hugh Sheffield, was president of ARCO, Venezuela.
Right.
Damn.
Thank you for what you did.
Do you like what we're doing?
There's a lot of shale there, a
He
lot
would-
of upside.
He would be very happy.
A lot of
looking down.
upside.
He'd be very proud of you right now, right?
That's a
Yes, sir.
businessman.
Good. Thank you.
Mr. President, Luis
Yeah.
Rodriguez. I'm probably the only
Or on stuff
Venezuelan
also? Yeah.
American sitting on around this table. I want to personally thank you for the courage of your actions over the last
Luis
couple of weeks.
Rodriguez.
My
man.
I think I speak, and I speak of Venezuela in general in saying there's optimism. You've brought optimism to the table, and if the conditions are met, the opportunity is absolutely immense.
It's crazy how the Venezuelans are all for America handing or putting their hand out and propping them up. Like they're all for it. They hated Maduro. They hated the fucking cartel regime. All they wanted was their own freedom, and they're gonna get that through American exceptionalism and expansion.
I agree with that. That's true. Thank you. Well said, too. It's
The only people who are protesting this who think it's a bad thing, they're either paid agitators, fucking stupid, or cartel cronies. That's it. You're either a paid fucking brainwashed communist or a fucking criminal if you are against a whole country being liberated from a dictator. Full stop. If you think that Maduro being removed was a bad thing, your opinion is automatically fucking invalid.
immense. This is a
You did a great job.
tremendous
Well said.
opportunity. Thank you.
Richard Holton from Trafigura. We're working.
Say your
with
name and what you like best
administration,
about me.
Mr. President, to bring that Venezuelan oil to the United States. Our first vessel should load in the next week.
Great. Good job.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow. So we're getting this shit in a week?
I think the reason that most of us are here and thinking about the future
What's Mr. Frog
is
think?
because we trust you initially to set this program up that will work and guarantee.
I bet he does
that
oil in
this can be
Texas.
done. And there's a huge investment that needs to be done. We've all agreed on that. And certainly we need time to see that through. So thank you for what you've done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. President, I'm Lane Riggs, CEO of Valero Energy, and we're one of those companies that refineries in the U.S. are uniquely configured to run Venezuelan oil, and we're more than happy as this opportunity expands for us to further invest in our refineries to produce more of it.
And you're
Yep.
very much set up for the heavy oil, right?
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. We're really.
How do you think
we're
the
ready
oil
for
will
it.
be used to help Americans? Or we sell the oil, then we use the money?
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for having
Pretty
us
simple.
here.
Thank you.
And thank you for opening the door to a better Venezuela. We are a Spanish company, but we are fully committed to invest here in the States. We have invested over the last 15 years $21 billion in the American oil and
Damn.
gas industry.
That's an assload of
In
money.
Pennsylvania, in the Gulf of America, in Texas, and in Alaska with the discovery of Pica that is going to have the first oil this quarter and
Oh.
is going to change, it's going to reverse the declining history of that great state of Alaska. We are in Venezuela, Mr. President.
Quick thing, forgive my model. It has a mind of its own. It's like just kind of moving its mouth, and I'm not talking. I promise you, I'm not talking. If I talk, you'll hear me talk.
With our partners of Eni, we produce the gas that guarantees the stability of a half of the grid power in Venezuela.
Holy
so We are
shit.
committed with this stability, and on top of that,
He brought the big
we are
dicks
on the
in here,
ground.
huh?
We have people, we have facilities, we have technical capabilities, and I take
got 'em
your
all
point,
lined up.
Mr. President. We are ready to invest more in Venezuela. Today, we are producing 45,000 barrels
Mm-hmm.
a day gross of oil, and we are ready to multiply by 3 this figure in coming 2-3 years, investing hard in the country, following your recommendation, if you allow us, of course, and in the framework, commercial and legal framework that could allow this growth. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Great job you've done. Thank you.
You think Kamala could have done this?
Mr. President, thank you for having me.
Done
I'm
what?
Matt Sheehy. I'm with Tallgrass Energy. We are an
Like sat in
infrastructure
a
The thing is, though, is if like Biden or Kamala made a move like this, they would be glazing the motherfucker to kingdom come, right? Like if Biden or fucking Kamala did any of the shit that Trump's doing now with if they removed Maduro, if they went in and kind of made all these financial gains with Venezuelan oil, if they dared to make moves on like Greenland or anything goofy like that, the left would absolutely praise these motherfuckers. The same with the ice shooting incident. If this lady happened to actually run over and kill this ICE agent, they would be celebrating the man's demise. They would literally be on TikTok fingering themselves over this man dying if he had died. That's the duality of our political system. Like, don't ever let people tell you that you aren't righteous for believing in your own country and your own nationalism. They want you scared, they want you to fail, they want to kill you, and they want to take over. That's it. The thing is I think Asman himself said this the other day. They don't hate fascism. They want to be the fascist. They don't hate a police state. They want to be the police state. They don't hate oppression. They want to oppress you. That's the whole thing. These people are so ass backwards and fucking weird. And it's obvious.
Chair and
So
talk to
whether
people?
it's oil,
Probably,
gas,
yeah.
CO2, we move that around. So
Should
most
go
of my
sit in a chair.
customers are sitting around the table and happy to lend our expertise to what's going on in Venezuela to support the people. And obviously infrastructure is going to be critical to,
Good job.
to see it repaired. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, thank you. An honor to be here. Marianne Mannon, Marathon Petroleum. We are one of the largest U.S. refiners. On behalf of the men and women of Marathon Petroleum and of our industry, thank you and the administration for what you're doing for U.S. energy independence.
Wow.
We have the ability and the
How
capability
nice.
of our assets to process Venezuelan crude, and the people of Marathon Petroleum stand ready to do so.
Do we need more refineries in our country?
In the U.S., probably
Yes.
not. We have sufficient capacity.
That's amazing. A lot of it was approved during my first term.
I thought
We
he
were
was
getting
trying to-
approvals that nobody could have gotten. in
He was trying to
Louisiana and
bait
other
them to say
places.
yes.
They got built.
He was. He
Before
was
that, it
definitely
a
trying to bait them to
disaster.
say
We
yes.
Didn't have the refineries. Now we do because of the first term. Please.
And then he said no. He said, oh, yeah, of course you don't, because of me, too.
Okay, we'll go over here.
Thank you, Mr. President. Jeff
Should
Hildebrand,
give him the wrong
founder and chairman.
He had a
of
pivot
Hillcorp
ready?
Energy,
He did.
one of the
It was
privates-
impressive.
One of the largest private energy companies in America.
Who's bigger, you or Harold?
We're close.
Huh?
We're close. Harold. Absolutely, Mr. Ham. But thank you for your great, tremendous leadership in protecting the interests of
Oh,
Mr.
I thought you
Hemisphere.
meant,
The
oh, you
message
meant
that you have
companies.
sent to
Oh.
China and our enemies to stay out of our backyard is absolutely fantastic. So thank you.
Thank you
And,
very much.
and finally, Hillcorp is fully committed and ready to go to rebuilding the infrastructure in Venezuela.
You'll go there? You'll be going?
Yes.
Good. That's good. You'll be very happy.
Thank you very much.
You'll be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Jeff Miller, CEO of Halliburton Company. We are the largest American oilfield services company. We're the second largest in the world.
I heard about
Been in
them.
business over 100 years. Started operations in Venezuela in 1938.
Halliburton.
Long time in Venezuela. I personally lived there for 4 years and raised
These
my
guys,
kids
yeah,
there.
these guys were
So
pivotal
quite
for making
familiar
a
with
game I really
Venezuela.
like. It's called Metal Gear Solid.
And just couldn't express gratitude more so for the opportunity to return to Venezuela under
I gotta go through and play all of those.
I know that this team and your team are able to deliver. And so
When
I think
did you
it's-
leave?
Huh?
When did you leave Venezuela?
As a company, we left under the sanctions in 2019. So we had intended to stay, and then when the sanctions went into place, we were required to leave. But very much interested in returning. And 600 Venezuelans with Halliburton today, all around the world. Look forward to putting them back to work.
Great job. Great
Thank
job.
you.
You'll be back. Please.
Mr. President, I'm Alex Cranberg. My company, Aspect Energy, is one of the leading American international wildcatters. We've found significant fields and
No DEI in the room.
Wildcatter?
I'm a wildcatter.
That's pretty cool.
You know, like there's no black people. You can't just say that.
And you've
There's plenty of Latino people. There's women there too. Come on.
We've found significant fields in
Can't
Central and
say
South
that.
America, in the Middle East, and in Europe. We're
It's not
a
even
leading
true.
oil producer in Hungary. But probably the most pertinent example is what a wildcatter does is take on risk and try to reduce it. And then other people come in and put more capital in later. So we're kind of kickstarters in the oil industry.
Oh, okay.
So we went into Kurdistan
That's
very
smart.
early on, back
Right.
when people told us it wasn't safe and we shouldn't do it. We found a big field there.
And he's sitting
we
right next to
ultimately
Mr.
got to
Halliburton, huh?
redevelop,
How about
along
that?
with one of my colleagues here.
I think I have Stephen Miller after this.
In Kurdistan.
Uh-oh.
We think that Venezuela has a tremendous amount of opportunity. If you look at the reinvestment required, the investment required, people are talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. But if you put that in perspective,
Vance is
that's
watching your
$1 million
stream
a day for 15 years.
Yeah.
220
He's responding to my DM.
Net cash.
You know what's been funny about this whole saga? Is watching the gas prices fall day by day. And people still try to like make this out to be like a bad thing. Like, it's great. It's really fucking great.
Flow. So what we really need to do is
Can I
to be able
DM
to
him, actually?
kickstart production.
Can I message?
And then reinvest and
I
have
don't
the
think I can,
confidence
right?
to reinvest. And what you're doing by putting the United States in control of the cash
no, it
flow
doesn't come
coming
out
out of the country, it gives companies like
I was
ours
gonna
the
DM him.
confidence to say we can kickstart this production.
No, don't
and
let
then
me.
Reinvest. And
He's got to
reinvest.
follow me.
In Hungary, we've invested $1 billion in changing the trajectory of Hungarian oil production. We were only able to do that.
See if he responds
not
during the
because
meeting.
we could write $1 billion check. We're a smaller company, but because we reinvest all the cash flow back into new production.
Good.
Mark
Good
Nelson,
job.
Mark Nelson with Chevron again.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm Claudio Scalzi, and ICO, Italy. We started working in Venezuela in 1980. We
That's
have
a while ago.
a lot of oil, but now
You got
just
no
the gas
motion?
is flowing
True,
because
brother.
it's not under sanction. And as my colleague from Repsol said, we
I'm never
cover
getting into
more than
Wagartha.
about 50% of the electricity in the country. So that is essential to avoid any kind of problem, social problem. We own about 4 billion barrels of reserves. So a huge amount in the Orinoco Belt, in the
4 billion.
central
Why do Italians look so
Venezuela. We
good
have,
bald?
now
You're thinking that other guy.
in the country, 500 people, most Venezuelan.
He did.
And we are ready to invest. Clearly, we are ready to invest. We thank you for the big efforts and the efficiency of your action. And
I know Saudi's there.
And we are
we're not working with them.
work together.
They got their own oil.
With the U.S., we are also a big investor in the U.S. So
I know.
Yeah, it's like they're on
we
another
thank
server.
you again, and we are there. And
It's like a guild
we
meeting.
are also ready to join with American companies in our
There's a
assets
lot of money
to develop
pumping
and
through
go
American oil
faster
and
with good
Venezuelan oil
investors
right now.
and good know-how from the U.S. company.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've done a great job. Thank you very much.
Mr. President Rossborough, good to see you again.
Oh, I heard
I'm
about
Chairman
him.
Hillwood and HKN Energy. Been in the energy business 45 years.
It's like
And
Dr.
we
Evil's
have
layer
been
meeting.
working with your team
Yeah?
quite a bit. We have been in Kurdistan now for 19 years, along with Alex, and built a very good business. But now with your team, we're looking in Syria. We're now in Libya. And so we are very excited to look at Venezuela with you. And your
Saudis are
group,
pro rank for.
and look forward to continuing to build.
The
this great
Saudis are too high MMR for this meeting.
Thank you.
Mr. President, thank
Yeah,
you
maybe
for
you're
having
right.
us here today.
Probably
We
are.
also one from Shell. Of course, we have a huge presence here in the U.S., in the Gulf, as well as in Pennsylvania with a petrochemical facility, which I think we had the opportunity to host you at, as well
Was Kurdistan?
as
I don't
being
know.
one of the largest LNG off-takers of American LNG. We have been in Venezuela for a very long time. We actually drilled in 1914 the first well that discovered oil in Venezuela.
Wow.
And on the back of which the entire energy industry was established
know
in
that.
Venezuela. When we left in the 1970s because of nationalization, we had 1 million barrels per day of production. But we have kept boots on the ground in Venezuela all this time, and we now have a few $1 billion worth of opportunities to invest in, subject to OFAC approval. So we are ready to go and looking forward to the investments in support of the Venezuelan people.
That's
Wow.
great. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ben Marshall, the America's CEO for Vitol. Alongside Chef Aguirre, we're very thankful to have worked with the government and the Venezuelans to be able to bring the crude oil to market at a market price as quickly as we can to help stabilize the country. Thank you.
They've been working really fast. That's kind of crazy.
ConocoPhillips, I'll defer to my colleagues.
Thank you, Mr. President. Olivier Lepage, CEO of SLB, or formerly known as Schlumberger, the largest
We should have had the other guy talk.
oilfield services. We have been in Venezuela since 1930.
This is some.
And we
This
still
is some like
operate.
Expedition
We operate
33
today
shit,
on the
right?
ground with, in support of Chevron. We
It
have
has to be.
ability to scale. We have 1,100 Venezuelan in the
French
company,
oil, yeah.
2,000 additional that are calling us.
Didn't you know you
to
had
go back
that?
to country and to go back to work. were able
That's
to
what I thought.
mobilize in the last 18 months, 2 weeks, and deliver 50 wells with success.
I think this is big because it's gonna show the populace. It's gonna show all the normies that all this price inflation, all the inflation of the U.S. dollar, the kind of hiking in prices of like food and gas and essentials, they're gonna show that it was all manufactured and related to Biden busting down our American oil industry when he got in office. It's gonna show it clear as day, black and white, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
So we're here, we have knowledge of the subsurface like nobody else has. We have boots on the ground, capacity on the ground, $700 million of equipment value on the ground in Venezuela, ready to mobilize for all of our partners, customers. So we are ready to scale fast, and we really want to thank the administration, Secretary Wright, Secretary Bergen, for the effort they are supporting and giving us to be successful on behalf of the Venezuelan oil and gas industry.
What a nice guy.
Thank you very much.
Well, check this out. They say the very best for last. And I don't have that sexy accent like this guy next to me here. Mr. President, my name's Bill Armstrong of Armstrong Oil and Gas. I'm a private, independent guy. And
all right.
In real estate, you were a wildcatter. So wear that motto proudly. But like you, I was my own guy. I don't have shareholders. I don't have private equity partners, but I've been drilling all over the place. In fact, I had the largest discovery in Alaska, biggest discovery in 50 years in our country.
Wow.
I now control 8 million acres adjacent to Venezuela, so I'm already heavily invested in the area. We share a 150-mile border with Venezuela in the countries of Aruba and Curacao, and we are ready to go to Venezuela. It is, in real estate terms, it is prime real estate, and it's kind of like West Palm about 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Very ripe.
Yep, I agree with you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I think what we're going to do is speak without the press to
Get
these
the
gentlemen,
fuck
see
outta
what
here.
kind of a deal we can make. We're going to get them involved. I'm going to ask Doug and Chris and some of the people that we have from the business standpoint representing our country to start talking about the confines of a deal. I have an idea what I want.
Everybody thinks celebrities are rich. Now these people are rich people of the world.
We have to get them to invest, and then we have to get their money back as quickly as we
You
can.
think
and then
rappers
we
have a
can
lot of
divvy it
money?
all up between Venezuela, the United
Yeah.
States, and them.
No.
I think it's
He's 100% right. A good fat fucking percentage of all money in the world is probably sitting in that room right now. Like, oil is such a big industry that people don't even fathom. Like, these small-time rappers only have like a few million to their name, if even. These freaking sports guys, like athletes, they only have a few million to their name. These motherfuckers have blank checks all the fucking time. They don't have to worry about money unless somebody like kills them and takes their shit. Like that's it. Like they're set for life. Their future generations are set. Like all the money is in this fucking room right now.
simple. I think the formula is simple. We start with a brand new plate, and it's going to be a tremendous success. I think it's going to be probably
Oil
like
Kangs,
few
yeah.
other things could ever be.
Rappers are broke, yeah.
There's so much. Venezuela's been really taken advantage of by a lot of people because they drill very little. I mean, as much as you hear they have, they drill very, very little, very small percentage.
I'm telling you right now, this if they make a good deal here, it's gonna have a cascading effect. Everything is just gonna deflate in price. Like the money inflation, like the actual like GDP inflation, is just gonna go down. The fucking price of food and gas and other essentials, because logistics is gonna get fucking cheaper because of gas being cheaper. Everything's gonna trickle down.
But now that'll change, and it'll change very rapidly because these are the biggest people, and it'll change very rapidly. So if you don't mind, I'll ask the press to leave, and we will see what kind of a deal we're going to make with these geniuses, and I think you're going to come out very good. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you.
What a nice guy. So, yeah, I think that actually went pretty well. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that good. Yeah, time for the real talks, exactly. Yeah, I mean, those guys are they're like ridiculously fucking rich. They've got so much money. It's insane. Vance and Rubio, 2028. I think they should run. I do. I think they should just say at the end of this, do you want this to keep going? And I think most people will be like, yep. All right. And then that'll be it. You know?
That's the thing too, man, is like even if they pull this shit off, there's a lot of other fronts that they have to freaking put out fires on in order for that ticket to work. They absolutely need to nab this freaking Somali fraud. They need to bring an actual nuke down on that. They need to get Tim Waltz. Like, he needs to be freaking arrested. He needs to be made an example of. Like, what kind of governor gets up and says, we're at war with the federal government over something stupid like a justified police shooting? Like, these people want civil war so bad. They want to destroy this country for no other reason other than their own personal gain. And they'll brainwash all these impressionable freaking weirdos to do it. All these people hate America so bad, but they'll come from every corner of the fucking world to steal our resources. America is the best country in the world because that's possible. Let me fucking explain. Like, we have the means and the capital to subsidize world protection, most of the world's healthcare, and yet people still come over and steal billions and billions of dollars from our freaking financial services, and we're still kicking. Imagine how far we would go if none of that fraud was happening. If all that money just went back into the American populace or to generate better, stronger infrastructure. It's crazy to think about, man. Like, we have been nerfed for so fucking long. We have been robbed of so much potential and growth. It's unreal. And we will never recover to the point to where we could have been, but we can still go further. These issues this need to be resolved. No ticket will succeed unless the fraud and immigration and just the world escalation is resolved. Like, I cannot stress enough that any candidates running, whether they're left, right, center, libertarian, Republican, Democrat, the issues you need to run on are immigration, fraud, and world conflict. No brainers.
It's like Donald's going to retire and, maybe he can show up every once in a while and, just kind of keep doing the usual. And that's about it, right? I mean, if they keep going this way, I think they'll win.
That is about it.